Hey, hello everybody, welcome back to some more Hermit Skies. In the last episode, we finally completed every single quest in the beta questing book for the Draconic Re-Evolution. Now, we haven't actually completed them, but they are complete. We haven't got the rewards for them. I'm actually thinking about I actually honestly just forgot to do that, but I'm mainly thinking, hey, why not? Let's just do them all as a final thing when we get every single one done. Which, speaking of which, we only have really three here, sorry. A couple here, which I have actually planned out, and Project Evolution to do. And my plan today is to complete Project Evolution, hopefully, or at least get to like the Red Catar, Dark Matter, Red Matter. I kind of want a Book of Knowledge. And a Swift Wolves Running Gale. I'm not sure if a Klein Star Omega is going to be possible, just because I'm not sure how that works particularly. If it's the same as Equivalent Exchange 2, then it's going to be awkward. If it isn't, then we're fine. And Gem Armor requires, well, for the Gem Armor, each piece requires a Klein Star Omega. So whether or not it needs to be charged is the question. So I'm thinking it won't need to be charged because I don't know a way to charge it. So we'll have to see, but yeah, we'll work on that. But before we get into that, I also want to do the generation. I also want to do the generation one of these, which is, you know, well, I'm not going to worry about reactor upgraded for the moment. That's more going to be just create the stuff, not use it. But I want to make some draconic solar arrays and then carry on to chaotic solar arrays. And I actually worked out, because of there was one recipe that required, obviously we get 5 chaos shards per chaos island, and there was one recipe that used like 6. So we have 4 left over, which means we can't really use that for much, and it's an awkward number of chaos shards to have. So I'm actually going to end up making 12 chaotic solar panels today, hopefully. So if we look up solar panel, we have chaotic solar panels. They produce 524,288 RF per tick and hold like 2 billion and transfer 4,096,000. It's a lot, like, you know, it's 4 times this. And chaotic ones actually scale a lot better than the rest, because these ones, obviously, for every 4 solar panels, you get 2 of these, which actually in the earlier phases isn't as good, because you get, you know, it's only double, but you're using like 8 of them to make solar panel tier 2. But nonetheless, you're not going to have a field full of them. That's just me babbling on. So we need, obviously, 4 for 2, and then for this, we also need 4 for 2. But for chaotic ones, we need 4 for 3. So we're actually getting a lot more. Otherwise, we'd be getting, I think, 6 or 8. I'm not sure. Yeah, we'd be getting 8, not 12. So we're actually getting an extra 4 from this whole thing. And I've actually got everything all together pretty much, other than just the draconic solar panels, which I will get started on already. So I should in here have everything ready already. So hopefully I haven't missed out on anything. We've got some solar panels. I've got 32, which is what we should need of the solar panel tier 8s. That does not include the ones that are already over there working, because I'm too scared to take them off. And all we should have to do is just do this. This is going to make 16 of these. Perfect. That's going to complete us a quest. Perfect. And then we have the chaotic ones. Now we're going to need these, and we're going to need some awakened cores. Now awakened cores, we have 16, and then we just need some chaos shards, which is 4 of those. And luckily for us, we just need 8 things. So we just sort of do that, and we can place them in here. And just 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are going to get started. It's a lot of RF though, so for the moment we're actually going to leave those whilst we do some of the other stuff for the Project Evolution, because that's going to take pretty much forever. So I'm going to get into this. So we're actually producing solar power and get on to Project Evolution. So that should be now producing some power, which is good. It already had a bunch in there, but I want it to not go down to 0. We're actually 30% charging, but again, we'll leave all that for the moment. So now we need to get onto a bunch of other stuff. So back over here, we will have a look. So Draconic one has already been done. That's fine. We need to get to the Philosopher's Catar, which is Red Catar. So if we look that up, I've now also sorted out this chest, which was full of Eternius fuel, or however you say it. I actually think it's a different pronunciation, but I've over the years just now dubbed it that. So we now have, yeah, Eternalis fuel. So I am mixing it up, but we have about 19k, 161 million EMC worth of that. So we should be able to make red and dark matter really, really easily. So looking at this, we're going to need a lot of that. So we start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dark matter. So 10 of that in total, and we'll just craft those up so we can craft the dark matter versions. Now we shouldn't have to worry about them being recipes or quest completions rather. So let's make all of these. And this is actually a really powerful weapon, but obviously we're not going to worry about it too much because we have the Sword of the Cosmos with infinity attack damage and looting 40. I wonder if we can put looting 40 on a red guitar. I'm not sure. It actually has an EMC value though, so that's actually kind of cool. So now those are all made. We need the red matter. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 red matter. So let's take that out. 13 was it? Perfect. That shouldn't take long. Really, our limiting factor was always Eternalis fuel. Not needing that has made our lives a lot easier. So as soon as these are all put through, final one, and then finally, there we are, red guitar. Quest complete. There we it took a little bit longer than I expected it to. So that's complete. Dark matter, red matter. Those should be fairly easy actually, because if I can do my math properly, it should be 24 of any item is required to make a set of armor. So if we end up making some red matter, 24 of them, and then just... Oh, I just realized how armor works in this game. If we go back to dark matter, yeah, you have to upgrade it from supremium stuff. That might work. Okay, we kind of can do this. Okay, maybe. Let us, at the very least, we need to just throw these in random places where hopefully they're not conflicting. And armor. So let's get to helmet. I'm going to go through making all the way up to supremium armor. That's going to take me a while. But I didn't realize that you had to do that, or I completely forgot that you had to do that. Thinking about it now, it makes sense, but beforehand it wasn't. So I guess I'll make that first, and then we hopefully it should upgrade fairly easily then, yeah, just to red matter via that. Perfect. And then obviously Klein stars and stones and amulets for the other things as well. Supremium armor is now made, so we just need to go get our dark matter and craft up the armor. So going over to dark matter should just be a case of very quickly crafting like this and getting it all sorted, making sure it's in our inventory for the moment. Quest completion, there we are. It took a little while again. And then over to red matter. Let's get the armor made for red matter armor. If I could click it, that would be really nice. And final one. Yep. Cool, it's all gone through. Jam armor we're going to have to wait for because we need to do a Klein stub for that. So I think we're going to start with Swift Force Rending Gale. So that should be actually really easy to make. In fact, I'm actually really tempted to just go to @Project E and just look at all this stuff because it's going to be easier to get like the Evertide and Vulcanite and stuff like that. In fact, how difficult are these to make? I'm really tempted to just kind of make everything. Like a Black Hole Band, you know, an Archangel Smite, an Ignition Ring, a Zero Ring, a Swift Force Rending Gale, which we have to do anyway. Divining Rods I don't really care about. Mercurial's Eye, Mercurial's Eye, Body Stone, Soul Stone, Mind Stone, Life Stone, yeah. And we have to make some of these things extra anyway, so let's start with, well, Vulcanite Amulet's probably a good place to start because we can make lava with that. So if we start with the 2 amulets, that's 2 dark matter, that's 6 of that. That's going to be fine. Then we just need some buckets of, in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 water. and then 6 lava. Should be fine to make those 2 amulets, because we need those for the gem armor anyway, so let's do that. That's the soulstone and bodystone together, so I think we need the soulstone and bodystone for separate things, so for the armor, I think, whilst we're crafting these, let's find out. Yeah, so we need the soulstone, bodystone. This we need a ring of magnetization from Botania, which might be an interesting thing, and we actually need 2 swift water ending gales and some black hole bands anyway. So how do I make this one? How do I make that other thing? How do I make that third thing? Cool. Let's get back to that then. Magnetization, and then did it not? There we are. I knew I missed a step somewhere. So black hole band, Klein Star Omega. That's going to be a case of that. So we just need some dark matter. I think we need 2 dark matter for that. It's a lot of stuff going around for this one. So I think we should just make like a stack of lava buckets for the sake of this. We're going to make at least 2 of these, I think, for the Swift Wolf's Rending Gale for the moment. So that's going to be those 2. How do I make you? You're relatively easy. 1, and then I need some more, but I don't want to get used that bow, do I? How good are these? Power 1, I'm breaking 1. I'm just gonna make like some more bows. I don't care for bows particularly, but I do for something of those like high levels. So at least that's a they're Archangel Smite. Okay, they've got EMC values. We can salvage. Let's just make that. It's gonna go to like 2 dark matter because that's really the large amount of what it was. That's fine. I don't care about the bows all that much. That's why we didn't make any. This is gonna be where I find out I need 2 of them. No, I need dark. I need 8 dark matter. So we need 5 more for the 2 of these things. That's right over there, and then we need the bands again, which again kind of sucks, but it's a whatever thing. Should have done it like that, just make 64 of them. Work out. So Swift Wolf's Rending Gale should also be a quest completion. There we are, and we're gonna need 2 of those anyway. Let's focus on the other things, which is gonna be the Book of Knowledge, Kleinstar. Book of Knowledge, I require a chaotic core, which I've just realized. We'll do that one later, actually. And yeah, I completely forgot that I need a chaotic core for that. Infinity Ingot, that's fine. And Transmutation Tablet, that's fine. And 2 billion energy, that's relatively fine. It's the other thing I'm worried about. 2 billion energy, though, shouldn't be too difficult. Now that we have chaotic solar panels, so I'm actually going to replace these for the moment. Enderman, you are not welcome. There we are. So that is 12 of these. They look a little bit weird, if I'm going to be honest. But that is an extra 12 of those, which means we can also get some EMC back. But you'll see how much energy they are producing and charging and holding. So I'm really tempted to get like a bigger capacitor bank, because I feel like we're never going to use that if they hold 2 billion each. They hold, I think, the same it takes to make them in their internal capacity. And that is impressive, to say the least. So moving next on to, I think, Klein Stars is probably where we're going to go. I'm not sure how we want to do this, though, because if we wanted to, we could do EMC, but I'm not sure how they'll react to EMC, so I'm really tempted to just get something. I guess I'll get some, like, yeah, I'll grab some regular nether stars. Now, the bigger question is, do they go back in? They do not. So that's the biggest concern I had, is the fact that with these Klein stars, you can't configure them into something else. So I'm actually going to throw them away and just do it like this until I have 3, well, in this case 4 now, of each. And then we're going to slowly work our way up, whilst, I guess, getting rid of the remainder, if there is any remainder, of what we have. So that's actually, in this case, perfect. So luckily, the higher EMC values, the less likely we are to mess things up. So this is 1 million. So we, don't want to put too much in here too quickly, because it's still not a largish amount. So that's why we're still sticking with regular nether stars, but I think now we should start going to nether star blocks, being 1 million each. Otherwise, I will not have enough individual nether stars, and it will take far too long. So, 3 of those, that should be an omega. Spheres go into omega, which is a big EMC battery. Again, I don't know how to charge this thing. So, part of me wants to just first test if it will work for something like this. Like, it looks like I can use it, but I want to double check. Like, if I make a body stone quickly, I want to check that it would craft. It will craft. Okay, so that's cool. All we need to do now is we need 5 of these in total. I want 1 spare, obviously. So, we just need a lot of nether stars, which is fine, I guess. There we are. 5. That was fairly easy. So that's 1 for every single gem armor, and also 1 to just have in the background. So we'll start with gem helmet, and the gem chestplate will require this, which is fine. We have budgeted for that. Luckily it doesn't use the amulets, which is quite nice. Black hole band is going to be dark matter and ring, which we can also do Vulcanite amulet now, and I'm not sure how that'll actually play out. Okay, let's just make 64 iron bands. Cool. Cool story. Let's just keep it like that. So, black hole band, which I'm scared to even touch. Why do you not work? There we are. Kind of. Not really. That's weird. Why do you not want to work in the... Should we try on a regular crafting table? Or in a... I don't know. Could it be that this is specifically the omega that like, doesn't work? That has 0 tags. This has 1 tag. Okay. Hitting some road bumps along the way. They're fine. I guess we will either have to cheat them in and get rid of the items, or maybe relog and see if that works, but we'll worry about that in a minute, because, actually, no. It's the last thing we need to do before the Book of Knowledge is required, and with that fact, means I have to make a Chaotic Core, which means I also have to go to a Chaos Island and kill a Chaos Dragon, or Chaos Guardian, because I need 5, and a lot of Awakened Cores, a lot of stuff, actually. Come to think of it. So during that time, I will obviously relog, see if it works. If it doesn't, I'm just going to have to summon it in and get rid of the items, which is going to suck, but unfortunately it's the only way it works. If a quest requires me to make it, and for some reason I can't, but I still have the stuff, I'm not going to be using it, so it's not like, oh, if it's overpowered, I'm already overpowered, sort of thing. But if it can destroy stuff very easily, I'm going to throw, like, I'm not going to be wearing it, so... I guess we'll see. I can't think of a reason why it would do that. I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna go kill the Chaos Guardian because I need to go get some Chaos Shards, and I'll be back in a bit where we have, hopefully, a Chaos Shard to make our lovely, lovely Book of Knowledge, which... Why did I even try that? That obviously wasn't going to work. Okay, so finally we have now created the chaotic core that we needed. It's a lot easier to make 1 instead of 22, so it wasn't as long a process this time as last time. So we have that. We just need the infinity ingot, and then the transmutation table, obviously 2 billion RF. That should be fine. Now we have 2 or 12 chaotic solar panels, but infinity ingots, we just need to go in here, make these. I need some neutronium, but luckily we have piles of neutrons. So how many do we need in total? It's been a while since we've actually made infinity ingots, so we should have a bunch of these. It's 9, 18, 21, 24 neutronium ingots. I did think it was 24, I just wanted to double check. So those will be crafting. In the meantime, I made some infinity catalysts and also some crystal matrix ingots, which is nice. We just need the neutronium, and as soon as that's crafted up, we will make this ingot and travel back to the fusion crafter and get everything sorted. And luckily, we only really need the 2 crafting injectors, but you know, we'd still have to have 11 to make the chaotic core, so it's not really a huge deal, it being only 2. So where are we going? We are after the book. It's moved. There we are. So let's do that. So we now have to get the 1 transmutation tablet. That is everything we need. So 3 items: transmutation tablet, which is 100 EMC, infinity ingot with no EMC, and a chaotic core with no EMC. And this thing also has then 200 EMC. It's almost like we're increasing EMC by 100 for 2 very end game items. But I will also just create a bunch of Tomes of Knowledge just before we actually get to it. But let's pop that one in there, 1 in here, and 1 here. And that is going to start up. Now, as I said, that is 1.99 or 1,999,999,998 RF. I don't know why they didn't just add 1 more RF to be 1,999,999,999 or 2 billion. I wouldn't have even mind. At that point, would it really matter if it was like 2 billion and 48 million? Blah, blah, blah. I mean, Chaos Shard. How much is the Chaotic Core? Yeah, Chaotic Core, you know, that's a lot. We had the other thing we made earlier, which I can't remember what it was. What did we make earlier? Oh, it was the Chaotic... where was it? If we go here, then here, then here... Even this thing, yeah, why couldn't it just be that much? That would be fine. But either way, these things have... a lot in there. So again, one of these is at full capacity is more than enough for this entire craft. So we're at 60%. It's not going to be the charging that takes a while. I think it's going to be the crafting that's going to take a while, as we are already at 67%, moving up 70%. You know, we are well past halfway in there, so really not going to be a huge thing to wait for. But as soon as we make this, we will then, in the transmutation tablet, so if we grab one of these, we will be able to right click, and as soon as we put the book in here, we will gain every single recipe. So all we are then going to have to do after that is just, I guess, grab a few blocks of nether stars and such and throw them in there so we have a bunch of EMC, and then we can pretty much make anything. I mean, if we really wanted to, what we could have just done is just gone in here and then crafted up the gem armor because it has an EMC value. Which, speaking of which, I did actually get working. So I relogged, ended up crashing the game, relogged again after relaunching, and now we do have the gem armor all set up and working. So that should also complete that quest. There we are. We're never going to use those, as I said. I might just get an armor stand. I kind of want to get an armor stand so we can have another set of infinity, maybe, armor. So we have like 1 set of infinity, 1 set of like gem, and I guess like I guess does if we look up helm, oh yeah, I guess the draconic stuff might be quite cool, and elementium might be quite interesting in terms of armor. I'm not sure how that stuff works. Elementium's over here. I'm not sure what's better, elementium or terrasteel. I guess terrasteel, because you have to make an elementium from mana steel. So yeah, if we get like a terrasteel armor, some, I guess, wyvern armor, some draconic armor, and some gem armor, and then also the infinity armor, I guess, and maybe some flux infused, even though it's not really anywhere near that tier. Oh, that was a lot quicker than I thought it was. Okay. So we go into here now, we should be able to create a ton of these. So I'm actually going to get an import bus, some acceleration cards, and some smart cable, which I'm going to have to wire up slightly interestingly, because actually I'll do it the normal way, but it's going to ruin my system for a moment. As soon as I disconnect this cable, my AE system is not going to work for a tiny little bit. But Tome of Knowledge, how many are we going to get of those? I mean, it's going to be a lot. You got to realize this had like half a capacity for an Infinity Catalyst, and that's like 700,000. So I'd say it's like 350,000 EMC in there. Or like, let's say, I think it was like 230,000, something like that. Each one of these is 200. I mean, I'm not going to have a use for this. I just like the idea of having so many tomes of knowledge. There we are. So 522. Ah, so it was, I guess, more than I thought it was. 522,800 EMC was in there. So let us disconnect this. And as soon as we get rid of that cable, it's going to ruin our AE system, as I said. So let's work out. Well, we're going to have to just be patient for a little bit. Oh. The one time I like, document that fact, it doesn't work. It doesn't do it. So now, what we should be able to do is drop this one in here. I think. Do I burn it in here? Okay, yeah, so I burn it in there. I was a little bit worried. That's why I made extras. But that will then grab us every single recipe for something that has an EMC value. So let's say we need some Fluidex, we can just go in here. Or let's say we want some gem. I guess we can't make gem armor possibly. But helm. Why can we not make like everything? Oh, is that how much I have EMC for? Okay, so if I get like a stack of nether stars, which is, you know, 80 million. So now we can make red Qatar gem armor. I feel like we should have led with this. It would have actually made our lives a lot easier because we could have just gone, hey, I want gem armor even though I've never made it before. Let me grab some gem armor. Oh, I don't want gem armor anymore. I can throw it back in. That's what I love about it. So yeah, I guess if we ever need anything, like I don't think I can get imaginary time block. No, I can't. Spatial stuff, just anything that we want. Qubit clusters. I don't know what qubit clusters do. Oh, they're batteries, pretty much. Either way, that's 55 million EMC. And it's back. Because equivalent exchange allows us to do that. I can make some octuple compressed cobblestone. That's nice. Because I can. I want some octuple. I'm really tempted to make this thing turn into an octuple compressed cobblestone crafter. Really tempted to, just in my free time. Not really for any reason. Like, EMC is not going to change, it's just going to be a bit more compact. And we're using deep storage units anyway, so it's not like it's going to matter. That's going to go back in there for the moment, though. So yeah, we could, I think, not with what we have, but with, like, maybe another stack, definitely. We could just make another set of gem armor if we wanted to. Is anything infinity-wise in here? Just infinity catalysts. Okay. So not really much amazing. But I think the best way of doing this is anything that we don't have EMC for or don't need EMC-wise. Well, the best way I'm doing it right now... Why is this run out of charge? That shouldn't have happened. That's peculiar. So yeah, I think basically I'm just going to do the sort of the same way I've been doing things, which is over here. We have got this whole setup, which this stuff has all the repair talismans. There's 24 of them in here, so it just you know, repairs super easily. This is the, you know, compressed nether star stuff, and this is a trash can which has like bows and everything going there. So we can just sort of make the nether stars over there, or compressed nether stars, throw them into the transmutation table, or tablet, which I'll hold on to anyway, and we can craft anything on the fly now, which you know, is a lot better than, you know, having to come back over here and specifically having to go over here and get the item, especially if we haven't made the item before. Now we don't even need to have made an item before to put it in. We can just do it because we want to. Neutron collectors. That could work. Red Morning Star again. Red Matter helmets. Some Dank Knoll Mark 5s. Anything. Life stones. That works as well. So I think other than that, though, we don't have much left to go on. So this is now complete. This is now complete. This is all but complete in terms of reactor upgraded. And then we just have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more quests in total. They actually scale fairly easily, so we'll probably get onto those fairly easily. That's really close to finishing. So is that. I don't know why I didn't actually do it. I think actually, honestly, the hardest quest is probably going to be the Dark Soul jet plate, but the most, well, second most, I guess, difficult one is probably just going to be reactor upgraded, because I don't really need it, and I'm just going to have to craft it up and go, yeah, I don't know this anymore. Do they have EMT values? Some do, so I could probably just throw them. I've just realized. Should we? Okay, I'm not going to do it today, but I genuinely want next episode just to be... wait a minute. Jet plate. Ah, damn it. I was going to say, imagine if I could just go, hey, jet plate. Oh, I can do it. Oh my god, I can do it. Oh my god. Okay, next episode's going to be a quick one, I think. We'll do that next time. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then when we're going to not be spending too much time, I don't think, crafting these things up, because we now have a Transmutation Tablet, which means we can make almost anything without having to have made it before, which is impressive, to say the least. So thanks for watching, and bye-bye.